begin the reading with a couple of serious poems, and then lighten up a bit later. First, a poem to Margie, my trophy wife. Some people are smart enough to marry their trophy wives first. This is a young love poem from back in the 60s when we were living in Malibu on one of those houses that are built so far out on the beach that at high tide the ocean is gurgling around underneath your bedroom, and we loved that. So from my new and selected poems, this is called Summer Love and Surf. Morning was hesitating when you swam at me through wave on wave of sheet and blanket, glowing like some dimly sighted flora at the bottom of the sea. Around your filmy hair, light was seeping in with water sounds, low growling in the distance like dragons chained. After our small storm dwindled, we faced the rage outside, swells humping up far out and charging in to curl and pause and dash themselves to soapsuds on the stork-leg pilings of our house. The roar was hoarser now. The wrecks of kelp were heaping food for flies, our long-nosed sandbirds staying close to dry land. Farther out, pelicans arched their wings in quick surprise, and gulls screamed urgently. The call was there. We fought the breakers out and rode their fury back, triumphant and again triumphant, till at last, ears stuffed with brine and heads a-spin like aging boxers battered, we flopped face down on hot sand, smelling sun and salt and steaming skin. Your eyes were suddenly all sleep and love there in the sun, with seabirds calling. The sky goes metal at the end, water gray and hostile lashing out between the day and night. Plastic swans are threatened, deck chairs, yellow towels, barbecues stand naked to the peril as if it were winter come by stealth. Still later, in the lee of dark and warmth, we probe the ancient fear. At night, the sea is safer under glass, the crude wild thing half tamed to shed its past. Galleons sent to 50 fathoms, mountains hacked to rubble, cities stripped. At night, the sea, barbaric bellows stifled, sprawls outside the window, framed like a dark, unruly landscape. Behind us is a darker kind of dark. I watch your eyes for signals. The music makes a pause for prophecy. Tomorrow, offshore breezes and warmth to each other's warmth. We do not listen. I'm turning to my new book, Karma, Dharma, Pudding and Pie. The book begins with a 5-part poem called 5 Easy Prayers for Pagans. And the first of the 5 prayers is the one that gives the book its title. This is it. Oh, Karma, Dharma, Pudding and Pie, give me a break before I die. Grant me wisdom, will and wit, purity, probity, pluck and grit, trustworthy, helpful, friendly, kind. Give me great abs and a steel trap mind. And forgive ye God some humble advice. These little blessings would suffice to beget an earthly paradise. Make the bad people good and the good people nice. And before our world goes over the brink, teach the believers how to think. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget the pagan gods, because there's a little pagan in each of us, some more than others. And so I'd like to read one for that greatest of the pagan gods, Mammon, who stays with us forever, regardless of how he is dissed. I call this my Bernie Madoff poem. Oh, Mammon, thou who art daily dissed by everyone, yet boast more true disciples than all other gods together. Thou whose eerie sheen gleameth from corporate headquarters and Vatican treasury alike, Thou whose glittering eye impales us in the X-ray vision of plastic surgeons, the golden leader of televangelists, the star-spangled gloat of politicos. O Mammon, come down to us in the form of treasuries, annuities, and high-grade bonds. Yield unto us those Benedict Arnold funds, those quicksand convertible securities, even the wet Judas kiss of futures contracts. For unto the least of these thy supplicants art thou welcome in all thy many forms. But when thou comest to say we are finally in the gentry, use the service entry. One section of Karma Dharma is called Arts and Sciences. Here's one for the math department. It's called Solid Geometry. Here's a nice thought we can save. The luckiest thing about sex is you happen to be so concave in the very same place I'm convex. What happens in Guildhall stays in Guildhall. Okay, there are three for the philosophy department. I'll read two of them, Descartes and Hobbes. René Descartes. The unruly dactyls and anapests were thumping their wild dithyrambic when Descartes with a scowl very sternly stressed, I think, therefore I iambic. And Thomas Hobbes. Better at thinking than loving, he deserved his wife's retort. On their wedding night, she told him, Tom, that was nasty, brutish, and short. One section of Karma Dharma is called Darwin 101. I'm sure you all remember how the creationists tried to sneak the book of Genesis into the science classes in high school, and all the courts everywhere said, no, you can't do that. And so then they went out and invented a comical pseudo-biology called intelligent design. I have a poem for that. It's called Hymn of Praise to the Intelligent Designer. Oh, clever designer, I want you to know I believe in you, but as a favor, explain to me, please, all these mysteries so my faith doesn't flicker or waver. Your intelligent windpipe will keep me alive, and I'm grateful. But hey, were you joking when you hooked the thing up to my swallowing tube so I'm always in danger of choking? Oh, intelligent one, whose great wisdom designed all these intricate knee joints and hips. This journey through life would have been very nice if they'd lasted the whole blooming trip. Oh, brainy designer, I'm glad that your cunning urethra affords me relief. But why did you wrap a big prostate around it to give me such misery and grief? I'm okay with my abdomen, belly, and guts, and most everything you put in it. But why did you stick an appendix in there that could rupture and kill me this minute? Now, don't get me wrong, you're a brilliant designer, but somehow just every so often, I fear that your nifty intelligence will design me right into a coffin. Thank you very much.